Hey everybody, and welcome back. The Irish Demon here. We're doing a slightly different format today. So it's kind of like the live stream format, I guess. And today we're having a look at this court case, which was absolutely hilarious. We got the Karen over here in the bottom right-hand corner. And yeah, she's quite something. You're definitely going to want to check this one out. Make sure and let me know down below what you think. Let's get started.
And do you both swear that the testimony that you give in this case will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
Okay. All right, Mr. Freeland, you get to go first. Go right ahead, sir.
So I wanted to point out I was not properly served for this hearing. In her numerous attempts to contact me first before even filing this with this court.
Can kind of see the Karen face starting already down here. Like, she just gets super smug from the outset. So, yeah, you're going to see a little bit more of that, though.
She attempted to have her partner or whoever she lives with, who was previously told not to come on the property, had that person trespass over 6 different times in an attempt to serve legal documents, which the police even pointed out were not valid. And as seen in the evidence I have submitted before this hearing, the emails from the county court clerks actually prove that that is true, that those were not valid documents. And so he did not have a right to be on the property.
That's straight vodka. Definitely.
Other than that, as far as her attempting to serve me by mail, I have seen no request for service by mail submitted to the court and filed in evidence, so I'm unsure if that was even allowed. Regardless of that, the proof of service for the mailing receipts indicates that not all the required documents were served to me. In addition to that, the next time she served me after that, or attempted to, was with another family member, which they have all been told they are not welcome on this property multiple times. And that is missing pages in the filing here. So there is no proof of service here that she has provided today that indicates I was properly served. In addition to this, she has submitted zero evidence to this court and has made numerous claims in order to get a continuance. The first time that she was told the wrong date. In my evidence I've submitted, as well as the audio recording of the initial hearing, that is completely false. At no point was the date that she mentioned ever even spoken of during that first hearing.
I don't know what she thinks she's achieving by doing all these faces that she's pulling. Does she really think that the judge is going to look at that and go, oh yeah, no, obviously this lady's telling the truth and this other guy's fucking lying? Like, you're not in high school, you know what I mean? You're not arguing with your mom here and giving faces. You're in court.
And in addition to that, the judge said 7 different times when it would be held. She seemed to have enough time during that court hearing to interrupt the judge in order to give her own opinions, but for some reason she was unable
to do that
figure
again.
Out the date there. That seems highly unlikely to me, but it does seem.
It's not your turn, Karen. Like, okay, everybody watching this has been in preschool or primary school. You learn about taking your feckin' turn.
To me, that she's committed perjury in order.
Like, I'm sorry now for pausing it again so soon, but like, does she really think that the judge is going to say, okay, young man, stop talking. Fucking Karen over here has got something to show us? No, stop.
To get this hearing today.
Even the person in the car just told her to stop. Did you see that?
I've submitted numerous things in my new evidence, including the fact that she lied multiple times now about when she was initially served. First, during the initial hearing, she
The faces are just killing me here. Just so you know, if you're still watching this and thinking, oh, this is actually kind of boring, this gets lit as this whole event goes on. And she gets really, really, really told off by the judge. So I think you're actually really going to enjoy it.
Was corrected by the judge immediately when she was incorrect about when she was served. And now on this latest filing, she has chosen to submit false information again about when she was served, as proven by not only
the shape
the
of a
photograph,
feckin' Christmas tree,
email, but the affidavit from the process server that I use. She has
what was that?
Submitted false information here and used multiple attempts to serve documents in order to harass me again. There is nothing she has submitted here that gives any reason or just cause to negate this order and to strike it down. Everything she has to offer here today would be hearsay at this point, whereas I have submitted numerous forms of evidence showing that she has potentially committed perjury in order to get this hearing and has not properly served me at all.
That's not a watch on her wrist. That's actually an iPad.
And in addition, I wanted to point out even her service by mail, even if that was allowed by the courts.
Beam me up, Scotty. I can't, Captain. She's too heavy.
She submitted.
No, that's super mean. That's super mean.
A proof of service for it, but that was never actually received at this address as proven by the tracking information I provided. So there is a plethora of false information coming from her side in order to get this hearing today. And I'm requesting that this be denied and the order remain in place.
Just real quick, actually, sorry, I just remembered. So usually with restraining order cases, you get an interim order, then you have a hearing and it's either granted or not granted. And then you can also request that it essentially be cancelled. So if you disagree with the judge, you can come back for one of these kinds of hearings. Now, he's getting his opportunity to talk because he's the one that's asking for the restraining order or conduct order. There's a few different types. And she's the one that's receiving it. And basically then she gets her chance to speak to explain why she shouldn't get the order. And she literally didn't even get a chance to explain it because she basically, through her actions, showed the judge how much of a arsehole she is. And the judge just grants the order. You're going to see it here in a minute.
And if possible, extended for this.
Now, I used to work in restraining order courts in Australia for about a year, every single day. I dealt with these cases, and they were some really sad, really, really sad, and some definitely extremely justified, like really, really needed. And a lot of them are just people like, well, you got an order on me, I'm getting one on you. Surprise, surprise, this Karen does exactly that.
I believe she needs...
The judge is seeing her face here and realizing that dude's got a point. Yeah.
Courts in order to drag me here again with absolutely zero evidence.
You can just see she's a spiteful cow.
All right, Ms. Joyce.
Oh, here we go. This is where the fun begins.
You can tell me your side of it. And before you start, I'm going to tell you, you don't need to address the issues of whether this case should be here for a hearing. That decision was already made based on the pleadings by Judge.
She's not even listening.
Hoffman,
She's
so we
proving
here,
what the guy's saying
to address the merits of it, and there's no need to readdress that because I'm not making a decision here as to whether or not Judge Pro Tem Hoffman made the right decision. The decision I'm making is whether the order remains in place or not. So, Ms. Joyce, go right ahead.
Oh, this is so good.
Cool. You could give him his order, and you could give me an order against him as well.
That's not how that works, Karen. That's not how that works. See what I mean? That's that whole kind of retribution kind of shit. That this whole like, well, if he's getting an order, then I'm getting an order. No, you don't need an order. You don't need an order against him because he's not harassing you. You're harassing him.
Okay, that's what I want, and that's what should be happening because he's falsely accusing me of all these things when I have paperwork and emails from all of the people that work there of all of my stuff. And why would I write down May 30th if the judge didn't tell me May 30th?
I could literally right now write down Judy as a Karen and say, well, why would I write that down if I didn't think that back then? No, I wrote it now. You can write that anytime. Also, that just means you wrote down the wrong thing, Karen. You wrote down the wrong thing.
Okay. But I don't care. Give him his order, keep his order. I have a 12-foot fence or however big it is, so he can stay on his side. He can live his life, continue wearing dresses. I don't give a shit.
Continue wearing dresses. So here's the deal, right? If this person, this gentleman here on the bottom left, wants to wear dresses, it's a free country. He can wear a fucking dress if he wants. He could wear an upside down dress and high heels on his hands if he wanted to, and do a big fucking handstand in his back garden if he wants to. He doesn't need Karen's permission to do that. She just said that to try to make him look bad, but what she actually did was make herself look bad. Makes herself look like, I don't know, a bigot or whatever. I don't care if somebody wears a dress. I don't give a shit. That's none of my business. You got a 12-foot fence. Stay on your side and mind your damn business, Karen.
Fence or however big it is, so he can stay on his side. He can live his life, continue wearing dresses. I don't give a shit. Like, I'm so mad that he thinks that he can get away with all this stuff.
This judge hates when people swears in court.
Sorry, I'm so mad that he's sitting here saying that I'm a liar.
I want you to stop
I'm not
right
a liar.
there, Miss Joyce. I want you to stop right there and take a breath.
I don't think she can.
All right, I see where this is going. And this is what I'm going to do. I am going to leave the order in place as issued by Judge Pro Tem. And then, Ms. Joyce, to address the issue that you brought up, which is that you want an order to protect you from Mr. Freeland,
Correct.
that you can petition the court for that order. I can't just...
Shut up and leave the judge finish, Karen. Like, this literally what that guy said you did the last time, and now you're proving him right.
Make it up at this point. You can file a petition for an anti-harassment order of your own.
I did.
Oh, I bet you didn't.
Did. This man has been harassing me, my family, ever since he moved in. He's had my bike stolen out of my yard.
But like I said,
this man has been harassing me.
Ms. Joyce,
I'm the victim.
Joyce,
I don't know why you don't have it.
Do you have a case number for your petition?
Okay, so she's saying that she did put in a petition, which the judge and the judge's system is saying doesn't exist, right? So I wonder if maybe Karen will accept that it's her fault that there is no petition. You let me know in the comment section down below. You pause right now, type it in the comment section, and I want you to tell me this. You repeat after me, raise your right hand, and say, I, and then state your name, believe Karen, or I, state your name, do not believe Karen. I can tell you what I believe is that Karen is full of shit and Twinkies.
I guess not. I guess they gave me the same case number.
Ah, so it's their fault, right? Like every other case works out fine. But this one, the one that impacts you, is now their fault.
I guess they didn't. That's not what they gave me.
Yeah, this case number is Mr. Freeland's petition. And if you want a petition, you need to draft one and file it for your own case, which you're free to do. You can do that at any time.
I will. I most certainly will. So we can miss
Okay,
one.
then my ruling on the issue before the court today is that the order as previously issued will remain in effect.
I have a question though. Could you ask him a question for me? Because
Miss Joyce, maybe. But
no, Miss Joyce, Karen, shut up.
You got to let me finish and not interrupt me. All right.
I didn't mean to interrupt you. I'm sorry.
Is there another?
I love how she interrupts him to tell him that she didn't mean to interrupt him. This judge is so funny, by the way. I really enjoy this judge. I can't remember the name, and he always basically treats them like preschoolers because that's how they act. Yeah, he gives them little lessons. I've got another absolutely epic restraining order to show you guys in a minute.
Context where interrupting people who are in the middle of performing their jobs works. It's no different in court.
No,
You
sir.
simply can't do it. Okay.
She literally did it as he was explaining to her about how it's wrong to interrupt people. She literally interrupted him as he was explaining it. You just don't get any better than that.
Okay. So the order will remain in effect. I don't see any reason to overturn the prior order, and it's being issued without objection. And it's going to remain on the same terms and conditions as it was originally issued, and that addresses the petitioner's request that it be extended. There isn't any basis for that.
Cool.
But I'll remind you, Mr. Freeland, that under the law, you've got the right to petition to extend or renew the order. And that's a process that you can do as the order is about to expire. And I'll just refer you to RCW 7.105 to decide when or if you want to do that. Now, Ms. Joyce, your question.
I need you to ask him how he got my name, my last name, and my boyfriend's name, because I think he did it fraudulently.
Fraudulently?
That.
He got it fraudulently? Wow, how would you get somebody's name fraudulently? I wonder if it's possible at all, who knows, that you might have asked another neighbor, like, hey, what's that lady's name? Oh yeah, I think her name's Karen or Judy. Yeah, Judy Joyce. What's her boyfriend's name? That poor bastard. You know, it's as simple as that.
Why not?
That's not the proper rule of the court. I'm sorry.
Okay, so he can have, okay.
Yeah, okay, Karen, okay. Yeah, so the judge's job is to adjudicate on cases. In this scenario, a civil case, this is a civil matter. It's not his job to investigate or to just go, oh, he got your name fraudulently? Oh, well, yeah, we better lock him up then. What did you think was going to happen?
Why not?
That's not the proper rule of the court. I'm sorry.
Okay, so he can have, okay, all right.
Damn
He
right
did
it
it
is.
fraudulently.
He did it fraudulently, guys. Lads and lassies, there was fraudulent activities involved in the gathering of her name.
Through my mailbox.
Prove it.
So he's harassing me. He's taking video of me and my children. Who's harassing who?
You were harassing him. I have no doubt about it. Let me know in the comment section. Who's harassing who?
Day one. I'm gonna file.
Ms. Joyce, I'm gonna end the hearing here today.
Cool.
You can file if you choose to do so.
Bye, Karen. So there we have it, lads and lassies. A kind of a fun one there. She was like textbook Karen, in my opinion. You let me know what you think, though. I reckon textbook Karen. I don't know what actually happened here. I don't know what the background of this whole scenario is, but I can tell you, she rubbed me up the wrong way. There's no doubt about it. Now, I have another one that I want to play for you, which will be released as a separate video. And I am definitely getting demonetized for it. So make sure and share it. Otherwise, it'll never get out there. Also, please do let me know down below what you think of this format. Do you like this kind of style? I just wanted to try something a little bit different so that you get my reaction live. You know, it's not scripted or... now, I usually never... take extra takes or whatever, but it's fun to be able to stop it like this and, give my 2 cents as I go along. But yeah, if you liked it, make sure and hit that like button, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. And yeah, we'll see you in the next one. Sláinte.